This is a 2-minute introduction to the audio-described version of The Hatchling presented by Trigger. The Hatchling video will follow this and lasts just over 2 minutes. It was filmed in Plymouth in August 2021 and shows the journey of a mysterious, giant, dragon-like puppet from hatchling through to taking flight. On her journey, she explores her urban surrounding, saving most of her curiosity for the many and diverse human figures who gather around her, pointing, reaching out, taking photos, keeping her company. Lying down with wings tucked in, the creature is the size of a single-decker bus, her head the size of a small car. When walking, she reaches the height of a double-decker bus. She's held aloft on extendable poles, raised above the heads of her black-clad puppeteers, who keep their focus pinned on the creature above. The body or skeleton of the hatchling consists of a framework of lightweight carbon fibre poles that are fused at joints like a geodesic structure. The spaces within the joints are partly filled with strips of tensioned mesh and stretched fabric. The strips of mesh create a moire or rippled pattern. The speckled pinkish-brown stretched fabric has lots of curved lines and resemble patches of skin. The head consists of a series of folded origami panels, black with speckles of pale gold and translucent dark blue, the colour of a raven. The eyes are large faceted domes, like black oily crystals that change colour in the shifting light of day. The reptilian claws and hooves are jet black. Her wings are metallic blue with red veins. Down the spine there are spiky shards of different shaped iridescent fabric reflecting the sunlight. As the creature hatches, although still large, she has the quality and proportions of an underdeveloped infant, bundled up, ready to stretch and grow. As she unfurls and grows, she seems to transform as she explores the world around her, sniffing, listening, walking around, searching, stretching her wings out like hang gliders, and finally, taking flight. Sharp points jut against the layer of speckled fabric as people watch. A dragon-like jaw pokes through the fabric. The head of the hatchling pokes through, then its wings. She stares closely at her audience, nudging some with her nose. She peers into shop fronts. An artist sketches her image. She explores the town square, walking amongst its people. Onlookers film her with their phones. She watches a double-decker bus pass as tall as her. Her black-clad puppeteers hold her high as she explores a town fountain and the people standing around it. Her tail flicks as she stares closely at the people who point back at her and at some children jumping up and down with excitement. She moves on. At dusk, she lays down by a tree. Children smile and point as she lays down her head, closes in her wings, and sleeps. Morning, she walks once again amongst the townspeople who once again gather to point and take photos. She explores a large town sculpture. She allows a young boy to stroke her nose, meets people in a park, watches rollerbladers whiz by. People gather at sunset, hot air balloons silhouetted against the orange sky. In the dark of night, the crowd looks up to the head of the enormous creature picked out by a spotlight. The hatchling takes flight, swooping upwards towards the top of a neighbouring lighthouse. Viewed from afar and from below, caught in an electric blue light, the creature hovers and floats, her long tail swishing in the breeze. Viewed from an ever-increasing distance and from all angles, picked out in a long beam of spotlight as she flies high above the harbour. Darkness. The Hatchling is supported by Plymouth City Council, The Space, Arts Council England and Mayflower 400. The audio description is provided by Tony McBride for Vocalise.